Welcome back to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. My name is MrHurriicane, and today the Jaguars host the Houston Texans in their first meeting this year. The 6-1 Jaguars have won their last two, and the Texans are coming off a huge offensive performance, putting 58 on the board in their victory last week. For Jacksonville, they just keep winning in dramatic fashion. What's in store today as we are underway in Week 9, and back deep is Denard Robinson. On the return, he's across the 20, 25, 30, and brought down at the 31-yard line. Jaguars in their alternate uniforms, the light blue tops. I like these jerseys quite a bit. In the twin tight end package, they start the day in the pistol. Hand off to TJ Yeldon, he sheds an arm tackle and powers ahead for a gain of 8 to start the day. Yeldon enters with 710 yards on the year. Now Bortles makes an adjustment, passes outside, and there is Julius Thomas. Had to leave his feet for it and lost any chance at yards after the catch. At the 43-yard line, now a blitz is sent. Bortles drifting left, gets it away. There's Yeldon, and he won't go far. Yeldon to the 44, a gain of 1. A 3-wide set with Lee in the slot on third down. Time for Bortles, he lobs deep middle, and Thomas can't come down with it. Well defended by Raheem Moore, he knocked it away. And now the Texans take over, led by rookie quarterback Cooper Hankins. College teammates with Jaguar rookie Nate Bell at Wisconsin. He opens up in the shotgun 3 wide. Foster to his right, back to pass on first down. Hankins takes off and meets Ziggy Hood. The big nose tackle wraps him up as Hankins loses 3. Now under center in a bunch set. Delayed give, Foster up the middle with some running room. He's brought down by a trio of Jaguars at the 24. On third down and 6, Hankins back to pass. Lob down the middle, caught! First down, DeAndre Hopkins. He hauled in 4 touchdowns last week, and now Hankins throws a perfect touch pass in his direction. The Texans now at near midfield. Empty set on first down. Hankins' quick pass hauled in by Lance Kendricks. That's good for about 7. Under center now, Hankins gives back to Foster straight ahead. First down and more, and he's brought down by Brandon Boykin at the 32-yard line. Great start to this drive for the Texans, who now have the fullback in the game. Foster again now redirecting. Bell comes down to make the tackle, and Foster has a pickup of 5. Alfred Blue checks in the game. 4-man rush, Hankins in trouble but escapes the pocket and picks up the first down and more. 12 yards on the run by Cooper Hankins. He's not afraid to use his mobility when he gets in a jam. Now from the 13, Foster on the ground. Meets a few Jaguars again and picks up 6 yards. Foster lined up as a wing, empty shotgun on third down. Blitz is sent. Hankins throws complete. It's a Texan touchdown. Hankins to Perkins puts the Texans on the board. 6-0 after a very impressive opening possession with some good Foster running and Hankins showing what he can do. And the Jaguars respond. 4:19 to go in the opening quarter at throw and 28. Against the blitz, pass underneath to Julius Thomas, and this will move the chains on the gain of 11. Marquise Lee slot right. On first and 10, now it's Yeldon straight ahead with some running room, and he picks up around 9. They stay in a 3-wide look. Safety creeps down, Yeldon carries again. Cushing meets him, but Yeldon moves the chains. Now in Texan territory. They flip the formation, fake to Yeldon, pressure off the edge, Bortles chased and gets rid of it, nobody open. Houston was ready for that play action. Bortles now on the shotgun, hands off to Yeldon, and they ran right into a safety blitz of Jeremy Miles. Short gain and now a third down upcoming. Jaguars need 10, and Bortles misses Allen Robinson on the post. Just threw it too far in front, and the Jaguars stall after crossing the 50. Houston off to an impressive start as they take over. Hankins from the shotgun. On second down, pressure in his face, he evades for the moment, and now he's thrown down by Dante Fowler. 7.5 sacks now on the season. What a year this has been for Fowler, now third and long. Off play action, pressure arrives, but Hankins delivers. It's Jalen Strong. Inside the 20, he will go the distance. 85-yard touchdown! Jalen Strong splits the cover 2, and Byron Maxwell was nowhere in sight. Focused on Lance Kendricks, that put Sergio Brown in a very tough situation. 14-0 Texans. What an opening quarter for them. Jacksonville ball, and the quick pass is caught by Allen Robinson. That's a 9-yard pickup. New set of downs. Bortles with time, lobbing outside for Robinson, and this rainbow's at least 5 or 10 yards in front of him. He's missed Robinson a couple times. Now 2nd down, and Yeldon won't escape Whitney, merciless. Loss of 1 on the play, and 3rd and long is here again. In a 3-wide formation, blitz is brought. Bortles gets it away, caught by Thomas underneath, but this will not even come close. Bortles had to do something. There was pressure, both Watt and Merciless in his face, but the Jaguars offense is struggling to get going. Texans in the I formation, leading by 2 touchdowns. It's Foster, and he doesn't get much on this play. Stopped by Telvin Smith. Again, they open things up empty. 3rd and 5. Here's the blitz. It's picked up, but nobody gets open, and time runs out. Telvin Smith breaks free, and he forces the first stop of the day. The Jaguar offense retakes the field. They have had a first down on every possession, but nothing further. 3 drives and 3 punts. A counter for Yeldon starts this possession, and a strong run gets about 7. On 2nd down and 4 to go, Bortles fires down the middle, and that is complete. This time he hits Allen Robinson, and they're back in Texan territory for the 2nd time. Handoff on 1st down. Weaving left is Yeldon, but he's brought down after a short gain. After only a gain of 2, now Denard Robinson is in, and the pass goes outside to Allen Hurns, and he dropped a 1st down. This offense is making far too many mistakes. Now 3rd down and 8. From the pocket, Bortles going outside, and that was nearly intercepted by Kareem Jackson. Great recovery on the route. It looked like Robinson may have a step, but Jackson made a quick cut and nearly took that one all the way. Texan ball once again from their own 16. Pass hauled in on the laser from Hankins. That's a 1st down for Hopkins. 5 of 5 in the air. Now back to the ground, and Foster runs right. He breaks a tackle of Sergio Brown. Still on his feet. He won't go down. And I think he lost a little bit of forward progress, so no 1st down yet. 3rd down and inches. Again, Foster. This time he slips and still gets the 1st down. 4:13 to go in the 1st half, with Alfred Blue in the game. Hankins looks to run, and he runs into Rolando McClain. Think he gained a yard. It's a 3rd down and 6, and again they go empty. Hankins with time. Just a 3-man rush, and that allows Jalen Strong to work himself open, and the Texans have it in Jaguar territory. Hankins still perfect in the air. 1st and 10, rolling left. The pass is dropped by Foster and nearly picked off by Maxwell. Hankins caught a break there. Now from the tight formation, quick pass is caught by Kendricks, and he lowers his shoulders to get about 8. Foster to his left. On 3rd down, it's a sweep. Off tackle, Foster has the 1st down, and he reaches the 31. 2 minutes to go in this 1st half. All Texans so far, and that pass is knocked down by Rolando McClain. Cornerbacks in press coverage on 2nd down. Hankins takes the snap, lobs it deep for Strong, and he comes down with it. Fantastic catch by Jalen Strong. He beat Demetrius McCray off the line, who earned his 2nd straight start, but that's not a good look for him. From the 4, Hankins lobs it for Hopkins, but too tall. I believe that's one of his first times throwing at his ex-teammate Nate Bell. In the shotgun on 3rd down, Jaguars drop 7, and the pressure gets there. Sandwiched in the backfield, Hankins sacked by Fowler, Fitzgerald, and Odrick. A Texan field goal makes it 17-0. Can the Jaguars finally muster some offense? They have a little bit of time, but Allen Robinson lets that one go off his hands. Julius Thomas aligned in the slot against the zone blitz. Bortles escaping the pocket, trying to make something happen. Now he stops, fires down the field, tipped and intercepted. It's Raheem Moore off the J.J. Watt deflection. The Texans have done a good job with their zone coverage in this game. Bortles just trying to make something happen there, throwing it back to the middle. That was just a mess. Texan ball inside a minute to go. Pressure arriving, and down goes Hankins as he passes. That was Franklin Fitzgerald again with the pressure. From the 34, a 3rd and 2, and against the blitz, Hankins has Lance Kendricks short. That will get 7 and move the chains. 47 seconds remain. Jaguars send 4. Good coverage. Pressure again, and chased right into Jared Odrick. He was running away from Franklin Fitzgerald. He got there again. On 2nd down and 20. And Hankins almost threw a pick. It's Brandon Boykin with the drop. You need to make the play there. We haven't had anything go right for us in this game. 3rd down and 20. Jaguars bring 4. Clean pocket underneath. It's Foster. Brought down by Telvin Smith. And Smith is now shaken up. Not a good sight for Jacksonville as Smith is injured. And the Texans are now in field goal range. This is a 49-yard try. And the Texans make it 20-0. What an ugly half for Jacksonville. They just didn't make enough plays. They have a few sacks, they've gotten to Hankins, but beyond that, they've missed almost every opportunity presented. Look at the yardage totals in the first half. Just 77 yards for the Jaguars. Bortles had some inaccuracy. The receivers had a lot of drops, especially in key situations. Allen Hurns had a pretty big one. And then giving up pressure, not catching interceptions, the list goes on. Surprisingly, they did get pressure on Hankins, but he's delivered nonetheless. 1st down, Jalen Strong to start the second half. It's a 23-yarder. Big day for Strong as Hankins is looking sharp. And again, open man, now it's DeAndre Hopkins. Just like that, they're in Jaguar territory. Showing run now. They bring Strong in motion. Foster on the ground. He runs into Spencer Paysinger, and he's in the game for Telvin Smith, who is out for the rest of the game. Off the delay, here's Foster straight ahead, and this time he picks up around 6. From the 38 of Jacksonville, it's 3rd down and 3. Screen for Foster. The pass is hauled in, and Franklin Fitzgerald brings him down. That's one of the players for Jacksonville who's had a very good game. Good start to that drive for Houston, but they eventually punt. Jaguar ball, here's some misdirection. Yeldon gets some running room, and he's brought down near the 20-yard line. Jacksonville definitely needs to get some consistency going. Now play action, and Bortles throws it off the hands of Marquise Lee. Another drop. 3rd down and 3. 3 wide set once more. Bortles chased to his right, good coverage, but checks it down, and Yeldon picks up the 1st down. Gain of 9. Now can they string together some 1st downs? From the 29, deep drop, and Bortles connects with Marquise Lee. He sheds a tackle and has 14 yards on the grab. 7:44 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pump fake, and Bortles is sacked. Texans brought the pressure, and Jacksonville was ready with the max protect, but they still got through. The Texans brought 7 on that play. 2nd down and 18 from the 34, as Bortles throws outside and misses Allen Robinson, nearly picked off by Jonathan Joseph. Misses and drops, they've just continued to pile up. 3rd and 18, Bortles sailing a pass down the sideline, and incomplete. Threw out of bounds, no shot there for Robinson. An exchange of punts to begin the second half. Empty shotgun begins this one as Hankins gets outside to the 30, and he's brought down by Nate Bell after an 18-yard scamper. Now in a 3-wide set, it's Foster on the carry. He takes it to the right, runs into his own man, and brought down after only a gain of 2. Facing 3rd and 4 from the tight formation. They'll try the screen again. Now Foster has room. 1st down in Jaguar territory and brought down at the 46. The single high safety is Byron Maxwell. Back on the ground, it's Foster. He hurdles Boykin, breaks a tackle, and Boykin recovers to bring him down, but not until Foster moves the chains. Fake on 1st and 10. Down the field, Hopkins makes the catch, brought down at the 1. There it is again, Maxwell going for the pick, and Hopkins has the catch that I actually think should have been ruled a touchdown. At the 1-yard line in the shotgun, Cooper Hankins hits and throws incomplete. The Jaguars brought rookie Michael Bryant into the game as well. He's still in there. 2nd and goal, and Foster is brought down by Senderick Marks. Still not giving up the touchdown. It's 3rd down and goal. On the handoff, Foster's brought down for a big loss. It's Rolando McClain. But that's still going to allow the Texans to extend the lead. It's 23-0. Late in the 3rd quarter, Jacksonville still struggling mightily on offense as Julius Thomas makes the catch for about 5. But Bortles has been nowhere near as effective as he was last week. Against the blitz on second down, Bortles is sacked. It's Jeremy Miles once more. Third down and long for Jacksonville. Just a three-man rush, and Vince Wilfork shoved aside Wisniewski and sacks Bortles again. Just an empty performance from Jacksonville here in Week 9, but a solid individual performance by that man. Rookie Franklin Fitzgerald is having his breakout performance. On third down and 10, fake to Foster, pressure there, and Dante Fowler comes through for the sack. The Jaguars' defensive line has been the only unit on this team that I think has played well. Jacksonville ball here in the fourth quarter. Off the pump, Bortles escapes the pocket, nobody is open. And now he takes a chance down the middle, and it takes an Allen Hurns miraculous catch to get something going. 23-yard gain. New set of downs from the 49-yard line. Pass goes outside. That's Allen Robinson getting about 5. From the 44-yard line. Right back to the air. Time for Bortles. And he hooks up again. Allen Robinson over the middle. Now at the 32. This is the furthest they've driven all day against another blitz. And that goes off the hands of Julius Thomas. Everybody getting in on the drops, it seems. They've been caught on a lot of these third downs. Blitz is brought. Bortles trying to extend the play, but nobody gets open. There's not much he can do from that deep. He just throws it away. Jacksonville just can't get anything going. Give credit to Houston. They have played excellent. 4th and 10, they're going to go for it. Blitz picked up. Lob for Matthews, and now he drops it. Really? Another drop? I don't know what to say anymore. The Texans take over. It's Alfred Blue running into rookie Stephen Cole. He stopped shy of the first down. On third down and 1, inside goes Blue, and Cole is there again, but Blue did get the yard necessary. 7.5 minutes left to go as Alfred Blue runs up the middle. He powers through Michael Bryan and is brought down finally by Paul Posluszny. Bryan now in the game for Byron Maxwell as Foster carries once again. Nice tackle by Rolando McClain. That's a short pickup. 5.5 minutes left to go. From the 35, handoff Foster, and again stopped. Fitzgerald was in the mix. He's had himself a very nice game. Unfortunately, he's one of few. 51-yard try from Houston, and this is also good. It's now a 26-0 game. Jacksonville being shut out here at home against a 2-win team nonetheless, as Julius Thomas breaks outside, and that's good for 19. 4.5 left to go. Another zone blitz. Bortles steps up and delivers outside. That's Allen Robinson. That'll move the sticks. They bunch up receivers on the right side. Another blitz brought. Pass caught by Julius Thomas, and the Jaguars are now at the 30-yard line of Houston. They stay in the empty formation. Bortles on first down and 10. Underneath, open, Marquise Lee makes a move to the outside. First down and out of bounds after a catch and run of 13. Approaching the 3-minute mark now. Bortles steps up, and that's not enough. He's sacked by Wes Horton back at the 18. On fourth down, among half-hearted boos, the Jaguars at least end the shutout with a Jason Myers field goal. The onside kick unit is on the field now for Jacksonville. Anger's kick is picked up by Perkins. Houston will now try to run the last 2.5 minutes off the clock, but this has just been one of the most forgetful performances we've seen from this team these past couple years. Foster picks up the first down here, and that will bring this one to an end. The Jacksonville Jaguars get blown out at home against the 2-5, previously 2-5 Texans, 26-3. Simply, the Texans made a lot more plays than we did, and they made far less mistakes. They made very few mistakes, actually. We had inaccurate passes from Blake Bortles. We had a lot of drops on offense and defense. We had some big issues in pass protection. I was worried about J.J. Watt, and he was honestly among the least of our problems today. The blitzes were a little overwhelming. I wasn't as prepared for that as I should have been, but we still had a lot of issues with other defenders among their front seven. It's weird to lose a game 26-3 like this when your pass rush is producing and you're not just having a bunch of turnovers. The game was out of hand by the time we had our only turnover. It was 17-0 and we weren't doing anything well. There were some situations where I could have play called better, but I think a lot of this is just chalked up to guys not making plays when the opportunities were presented to them. The front four did a good job. We had pretty consistent pressure on Cooper Hankins, Dante Fowler, Jared Odrick, and Franklin Fitzgerald all played exceptional. Nate Bell essentially took away half the field. How many completions did we see on that half? The other side, though, was a problem. Byron Maxwell, again, did not play well and was eventually benched in favor of Michael Bryan. Demetrius McCray didn't look all that good in the matchup that I again wanted to play him in against the physical Jalen Strong. But at the same time, the Texans played very well. The passing windows were a lot smaller than we're used to seeing. They got pressure. I was impressed with the way their defense played. It's surprising that they were only 2-5 entering this game. They played a very quality game. And to make matters worse, at the end of the first half, this was what we saw. Telvin Smith injured on a tackle on Arian Foster, and unfortunately, Telvin Smith will miss the next 3 games as he suffered broken ribs. And he is one of the hardest players on this entire team to replace. He was an ex-safety in college. He's extremely athletic, and he opens up defensive play calling options. He's a fantastic blitzer. He contains the edge better than anybody else in our linebacker core. And now Spencer Paysinger is going to start in the base defense, and this is going to thrust Paul Posluszny into an unfavorable role as a nickel linebacker. That means his snaps will increase, and so he's going to be playing on a lot of passing downs, so we're going to monitor that, and maybe I'll have to put in Paysinger, although I'm pretty worried about that as well. But in Week 10, we face the Indianapolis Colts for the first time this year, and they have a couple very good rookie defensive linemen in Wisconsin rookie Roosevelt Greco and Florida rookie Denard Peterson. Now in this Colts matchup, I do think that we're going to make a change at safety. I was actually practicing with Michael Bryan at free safety before today's game. Now, he's making his first start in Week 10. His primary role is going to be limiting those big plays. Indianapolis can go deep, and I want Bryan to be the guy that helps shut that down. We need a big turnaround in Week 10 to put this one behind us. Thank you all for watching. That was a very ugly performance. What do you think we need to do to rebound in Week 10? Thank you all for watching. I will see you when the Jaguars take on the Indianapolis Colts next week. And by the way, our next handful of games are against teams that are all right now 500 or above. So the schedule is definitely getting harder, especially with games against the Vikings and Packers in just a couple weeks. That is it for today. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.